Welcome back, Guardians, to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. I'm Scott, and you're at the TheScottSpot channel. Alright, so we're still in the Omega Ruins, however we have pretty much fully explored this bottom floor now. Before we get going, I just want to mention real quick, sorry if I sound kind of weird or my voice sounds off or kind of stuffy or whatever. I've been actually pretty sick the past few days, and in fact I've been mostly relegated to bed. And my voice has been all stuffy, so I haven't been able to record it. I was actually afraid you guys were only going to get a couple of episodes of content this coming week. Of course, that may or may not be the case, who knows with my schedule. But anyway, let's just keep going. We're ready to move on and face the first boss of this ruins. So, it's up this platform at the far northeast corner of the dungeon. As far as preparations go, I don't really have too much to say. Make sure you have standard armor, celestial equipment. If you're as overpowered as I am, at this point you shouldn't have any trouble at all. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the Collide Bulk instead of the Baroque Sword, so Tidus will be powered. And Waka also has the World Champion as well. So let's go up. I'll just move ahead a little bit before we get too far ahead of ourselves. And of course we got a random battle, so let me do that real quick first. Alright, that was just a random battle with a Wraith, so I'm going to have to... I hadn't captured 10 Wraiths yet, so I'm going to have to re-equip my Collide Bulk and World Champion, because I switched weapons in mid-battle there. And I think it should be right up here.
You're kidding me!
Alright, yeah, this is Ultima Weapon, a long-standing boss from the Final Fantasy series. I think his first appearance was in Final Fantasy V. That might have been Omega Weapon's first appearance. I think it was actually FF6 that Ultima Weapon appeared, under the name Atma Weapon. But anyway, I'm going to have Kimahri come in, and I'm sure this guy's probably immune, but let's try a quick scan, why don't we? Immune, of course. Alright, it's going to be up to me to tell you about this guy. So, he has, he can inflict darkness, sleep, silence, break, and confuse, but these abilities can be reflected back at him. However, out of those, he's only, vulnerable to darkness and silence. His normal physical attacks hit for about 2,500 damage, according to this entry I'm looking at. He can also cast Holy and, Core Energy. But he also has an attack called Shimmering Rain that hits the entire party for a seemingly random amount of damage. So yeah, that's the important part, but let's see. Can we steal anything from him? Actually, since most of his things can be reflected, let's go ahead and... First of all, I want to cast... Well, I thought Tidus knew Reflect, but I guess not. I'm going to cast Haste Ska, even though this isn't really the party I would want to haste. I'm gonna bring Riku in, and then she could steal.
I'm running as you are.
Agreed, Riku. Door to Tomorrow times 20, not bad. Let me look at his steal chart. Let's see. He can steal... Oh yeah, the rare steal is 20 Doors to Tomorrow, which is good, because that's what I just stole. Alright, we're doing good so far. I'm gonna bring Yuna in now. No, I'm gonna bring Tidus in now to cast Haste Ska. Ouch. Okay, I also wanted to mention while I'm out here that they actually increased Ultima Weapon stats from the original version of the game to the international version, or the HD version. He originally only had 70,000 HP, but now he has 99,999. Not that big a deal considering what our stats are, but it's worth noting. I'm going to bring Yuna out, and I'm going to cast Reflect on Tidus. Go ahead and have Kimahri cast... Wait, does somebody else know Reflect too? I feel like probably not. Have Kimahri cast Reflect on Yuna. I'm just trying to protect everybody. Shell would be another good thing that you might want to put on people. Waka hasn't gotten to go yet, so I'll bring him out. Waka, you got anything useful, buddy? Not really, huh? If I cast a spell now, it'll be reflected, so there's no point in that. Waka, you can just defend. You may wonder why I'm not trying to do damage, but this is actually... There are only 2 bosses in the game that you can bribe, and this is one of them. The other one is Lord Ochu, but as you know, it's really difficult to get bribed by the time you fight Lord Ochu towards the beginning of the game. Who hasn't gotten to go yet? Lulu, and Orin, right? Right.
Allow me.
Just defend Lulu. Orin, you just come in and defend. And then we'll have Riku come in. And she can try to bribe this guy. So the bad thing about bribing him is that since his HP's been increased so dramatically, the amount of gil it takes to bribe him has also increased. In the original version, you could bribe him for about 1,400,000 gil. But in this one, it takes almost 2 million gil. 1,999,980 gil. Now you may be wondering what could be worth 2 million gil. Honestly, what we're getting isn't that worth it. It takes 99, or you get 99 pendulums, hopefully. And basically the pendulums allow you to customize Master Thief onto your armor, which makes it easier to steal. Riku, our main thief, already has Master Thief armor. But really, what else are we going to do with our gil at this point? I can only think of one other real use for gil at this point, and it's to buy armor for customizing, and weapons, I guess. So remember, Want sells 4-slot armor now, or 4-slot equipment, and that'll be useful to equip or make the ultimate armor, basically. And it's also good for facing monster arena enemies. But other than that, gil is pretty much pointless at this point, especially since I've already bought and purchased all the movie and music spheres. So let's go ahead and do it. I have about 3 million, and I think the 937,000 will be more than enough to have a good nest egg to use the Kilika Island gil trick with the Tetra armor, or the SOS region armor. So let's say 2 million. Like I said, 1,999,980 gil should be enough, but I mean that's so close to 2 million anyway. So hopefully I'll get lucky here. Now I will say, if you could just do 1,400,000 gil and keep resetting and hope you get lucky, but I'm not willing to cross the entire Ultima or Omega ruins just to pilly-pally over 60,000 gil over and over again. That's so funny to just watch Ultima Weapon just like meander off. Like, okay, you guys win. And at least we still get the AP too. That's good. In fact, enough AP to have a round at the sphere grid. Only 69 pendulums? That's bullshit. I got a celestial shield.
That was not Omega. Just a shadow born from Omega's wrath.
What, so the main man's still around?
Come on out, Omega!
When we meet, I will send it.
He just needs to calm down. This is like a sacred area, okay? Let me fill in the map here. So because I spent 2 million gil and still only got 69 pendulums, I actually am going to reset and keep trying that. So once I've managed to get 99 pendulums, I will rejoin you guys. Alright, this is I think my 3rd or 4th time attempt, and this time I got 93 pendulums. I know we were going for 99, but I'm not too fussed over 6 more pendulums, especially when it takes 30 pendulums to customize Master Thief onto an armor. So, and plus, I think there's an enemy in the monster arena that you could steal or get pendulums from anyway. So, I also want to mention that during that battle, I was able to successfully steal 20 doors to tomorrow 2 more times. So that's pretty good. Alright, and now we are basically done with that, so I'm going to go ahead and put on Tidus's Baroque sword again, and Waka's catcher. And then make sure I get this room mapped, and then we're going to go up to the 2nd floor. Now the 2nd floor is a little different from the 1st floor. The reason being is it's basically one big ring and or series of platforms that go in a circle. You can go left or right at the start. The left path just leads to a dead end and a treasure chest. The right path leads to the boss. So, and I think there's no enemies here. I think the only time you run into enemies is between platforms. But those encounters are scripted. So for example, this first encounter is 2 Defender Zs, which I'm not too fussed about, and we've seen this before, so let me go ahead and take them on. Okay, they weren't too easy, or too hard, I mean, and I managed to, I had a sphere grid session, but once again I'm out of power spheres, so I need to grind some more of those before I can have another sphere grid session. Orin did learn Silence Buster, and that's about the only thing worth noting. Alright, this next encounter should be an Adamantoise, I believe. We'll see. Oh, I'm wrong. Instead, we have a Gemini. Oh, a pair of Gemini, basically. Alright, let me take them on. Alright, I did that, and then our reward for coming to the left first is a Friend Sphere. So, not a particularly cool reward, but not totally unworthless either. It's not like the enemies that we had to face to get here were particularly tough. So now we run back to the right. And the enemy we face should be, well, see, I'm not sure anymore because in this list they're not really in order. See, so I guess there is no order, like they don't know what's going to appear, I guess. It's kind of disconcerting, isn't it? So in that case, one of the possible things you can run into here is a Great Malbaro, which is an always ambush Great Malbaro. So make sure Orin's always in your front line, as usual. More Defender Zs. Alright, let me get them. Okay, that battle's over. I managed to extract some power spheres from them. Real quick, I just wanted to see, I just remembered that I got that special shield from Ultima Weapon. What was it called? The Emblem? Alright, it has break MP limit on it. Not bad for Tidus, but I mean, who really needs more than 999 MP, honestly? Anyway, let's have Yuna use a healing ability on Lulu because she got blast punched in that battle. Oh man, my stuffiness is coming back, guys. Maybe I shouldn't be recording after all. Oh no. Alright, so also just make sure Tidus is outside of the front row. Alright, I have no idea what this one's gonna be. Oh, just a Wraith, huh? Not bad at all. Oh, and a Mimic. Oh, 2 Wraiths and a Mimic. Cool, this should be enough to max out my Wraiths. Alright, that was actually slightly disappointing because I used Extract Power with Tidus to try to get another Power Sphere for one of those guys. But it turned out that Tidus, or abilities don't let you capture monsters, which I'm not sure I do. Let me readjust my... Okay, Orin's still in front, so that's good at least. Alright, let's see what's on this platform. 2 more Defender Zs, really? Okay, I'm really starting to think the amount of battles you can get into your first time through here are random. Like, there's still a set Fiend thing that they can go through, but since they're not appearing in any kind of order, and I wouldn't have expected to run into 2 Defender Zs 3 times now, that's what I'm going with. Ooh, a Master Tomberry. Not that those have been any problem yet. Alright, I just had another sphere grid session, but I still wasn't able to move everybody. Orin and Kamari are pretty much stuck until we get more power spheres. Let me have Yuna heal real quick. Anyway, the reason I say that is because, well, we're out of power spheres. There were a couple abilities learned. Let's see. Tidus, no, Yuna got aim, which isn't anything to get excited about, but at the same time it lets us know if she's getting pretty close to the beginning of Waka's grid and getting into Kamari's. Anything else of note? Pretty sure, oh yeah, Riku learned delay attack. She reached this interesting point where you can choose to go back down to Tidus's grid or go up to Orin's grid. I decided to have her go down to the point to where the two meet right here. So yeah. Alright, well, I think I've already did this platform, but let me customize my formation again just to be safe. And there we have it. Map this larger-than-life platform. And onward we go. How many platforms are left, though, I wonder? I'm pretty sure that it's pretty obvious from, like, the camera angle what the last platform is. Oh, more wraiths. Great, this is getting really interesting. Nothing to it. I should be maxed out on wraiths now, which is pretty cool. Map the platform, Titus, please. There we go. And we keep on moving. Really? Ooh, got 4 power spheres out of that one. Not bad. Switch my formation a bit back again. Alright. Why are these platforms not like perfectly circular? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Keep mapping the path. Another Master Tomberry. That Tomberry dropped a soul shield, which, according to my equipment, is probably not any good, but... Oh, Death Ward. Okay, that may have been useful at one point in the story, but not now. Let me map this platform. And set my formation back. Okay. Now up here, I believe is the final platform. Okay, you can tell by that dark smoke. That is where Omega resides. It's one of the game's super bosses. However, if you go in prepared, it shouldn't be that bad. However, that's enough time. All the time we have for this video. Next video, we will take on Omega, hopefully. I would advise going back to the beginning of the Omega Ruins at this point to save. That way you don't have to fight all those enemies every time you want to face Omega Weapon. However, I'm kind of scared that if you go back, that those enemies will respawn on every platform. If I'm right about that, I will put it in an annotation either way. Here. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been another great time hanging out with you guys. I'm Scott, and I will catch you next time at the TheScottSpot for more. Later, Guardians.